World Card Game Federation here with another local match. We're going to be taking on my buddy James again in a rematch. As you guys know, me and James had a somewhat one-sided match with the last one where I hit him with an early game wall breaker and he just could not get Goten's mojo working. So, so our giant novelty dice actually aren't all that great for rolling. They're just great for tracking. So James beats me 3-2. He's going to go ahead and get the opening move. Of course, I have the custom of usually when I cut James' deck, I just want to move the first 3 cards, just completely cheat him out of that amazing first hand. So he's going to go ahead and go first. He draws his 3. Oh, he drew a very similar looking hand. Crying Drill goes into play in a very similar manner to our previous battle. Kind of familiar junk going on here. And he goes, he's going to go ahead and pass Rejuvenate. I do forget the name of that orange energy attack. I remember it's a heroes only for no reason. He's going to go ahead and resolve his mastery. I hope, sure as heck hope I'm going to be patient here and let him resolve it. Give him a second. James is looking for a drill to go ahead and resolve his mastery there. Okay, it looks like I passed Rejuvenate Blue Retaliation. My turn ends. It goes back over to James. He's just about finished resolving it. He did pull out Possession Drill as a part of the Mastery's first turn effect. You know, I would love a Mastery that does that for the Dragon Balls, that it just pulls out one in the first turn. I don't know if you get the effects or not. I don't know what would make it balanced, but that'd be pretty neat.
The only one that I have for paid subscription is
Okay, and that is going to go ahead and end my turn. Or, no, excuse me, begin James' second turn here, excuse me. And like I said, you guys know what the whole freight train is of Goten, right? He's very much so, I would say his strongest facet, at least in this particular Retribution build that James is using, is running for MPPV on a fairly unstoppable way. On a Apex turn, he's going to get something like 6 or 7 actions. So that's actually a lot for our little game here.
You like what you're saying? It's not a bad hand. It's not the best hand going on, but it's not the worst hand going on.
So James here has a hand here. He's not confident enough to go in on it. I don't blame him. He's going to pass Rejuvenate Orange Electricity. Excuse me, that's going to go ahead and go back in. It goes back over to me. And usually it's a funny thing. With all of Goku's capabilities and the way this particular build goes, it's really, really anti-bad hand. Generally speaking, I should be able to do what I need to. I power up into the 2, I go up to 9. I use Goku's mentoring ability. I draw a card. Okay, and apparently I'm going to go and open up with firing off a blue Clash. Ooh, he's going to stop with Orange Energy Catch. Really good one. Boosts up his damage for the remainder of this combat. Not a bad move at all.
I also get +2 added onto my stage.
He raises anger from the card.
+2 stages. So I get +3 stages to all my attacks.
It's pretty sweet. He's got his, he's activating Possession Drill. He does end up discarding Burning Aura Drill, or Aura Drill? Or Burning Aura Drill. And it is Aura Drill. And then, like I said, he got his +3. Oh, I follow up with a Kaioken. I do, unfortunately, lose time in the discard pile. And I'm going to go ahead and shoot up to level 2. And level 2 full power stages. I probably could have used a couple of different attacks. I think the bottom of my discard pile, yeah, there it is. Bottom of my discard pile is overwhelming attack, overpowering attack. He activates Crying Drill, raises his anger 1 level. Not a bad move. Not a bad move at all. Now, one of the things that's really wise to do here is remember to hold on to an energy combat card so I can utilize the mastery to stop his Goten power. That's the one that would raise his anger 2 levels on 1 hit. So it's like, and I didn't apparently. Alright, overpowering attack. I'm going to go ahead and target my deck. I believe I know what I'm searching for here.
So 7? Oh, no, 6. Sorry, 6.
So that would be a 6 life card energy with the boost from Goku's level 2. Don't mind us with the silly background music. We put on some of the Japanese soundtrack stuff. It's fun. And apparently I'm taking way too long to go. Oh, look at this. Apparently I was shooting myself in the foot today. I bring Popo into play. I'm not really sure what was the plan here.
Combat, the first rejuvenation effect for both players optional whenever player rejuvenates. That card's.
I'm not. I honest to goodness, I have no idea why I brought Popo out. I don't know what could have been the point. Chi-Chi would have been a much more natural card for this. You know, blocking physicals he's throwing at me. I'm not really sure what I was up to here. Okay, he cannot stop it. He's going to go ahead and take it. Running into a not enough endurance to get to avoid getting crit, and he is critically damaged. I use my I use a critical damage effect, and I go ahead and lower his anger 1 level.
No, I did not.
There it goes. All right. Okay, James chance to respond.
Okay. So 3, 6.
No. What game did you Oh, raise a player.
Yeah.
Oh, he uses Goten's level 1 power, raises anger 1 level. Not bad. That's right, I held on to it. I stopped it with the mastery. And apparently I chose to raise or lower nobody's anger. Wow, way to miss my own stuff. So I use my Goku level 2 power, go ahead and draw a card.
Nope, that is no overpowering effect.
Alright, so I've used my power, James has a chance to respond. I'm sure he has a plan going on here, something of note.
Oh, what am I at? 8? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 750,000.
Okay.
So that's a good change.
Okay, I mean, I believe that puts me still ahead of him.
Missing 1 stage.
Oh, yeah, wait, when did I...
Oh, no. Because you're the first one to hit. Yeah.
Okay, let's see what's going on here. He's counting up his stages of damage just to see what his maximum output could be. And James is not feeling confident enough about the remainder of this combat, and he uses Blinding Energy move, banishes the top 2 of his. I take 2 life cards of damage with Goku's level 2 modifier, and I discard down, dropping an overpowering attack, which would be clearly the wiser choice given the circumstances. And it goes back over to James. James discards down, of course. A couple of excellent Goten named cards.
Why somebody thought Goten needed a stage game to block. I don't get that.
Oh yeah, we're talking about one of my general criticisms here. I do not think that Goten's name card block, I don't think it should have existed. I think cards that raise you to your highest power stage should be exceedingly rare in this game, and for the most part they are. But that was a big thing in old Scorzy. So many cards feature the phrase raise your main person's highest power stage. I'm going to go ahead and vote that probably just shouldn't have been. It simply breaks up the flow of battle to a point where it's positively impossible given certain circumstances to stage lock Goten.
Oh, did you rejuvenate something?
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right. So you call the draw card, right?
Whenever a player rejuvenates that the player's opponent draws. So you rejuvenate, I go.
Okay, I'm going to let James take back his rejuvenation because he forgot Popo was out. Okay, so he is... Oh no, he's going to be a good sport. And since he rejuvenated, it is going to go ahead and let me draw a card. And I do. I get my exceedingly large hand. Unless he has a combat ender in my hand, this could end real bad. Okay, I do declare combat because that's a pretty darn big no-brainer there. I'm going to go ahead and open up a Smug Punch, which would be 5 life cards. You get, for some reason, we always forget the exact wording of Smug Punch. Yeah, that's the one that lets me lower an additional anger every time I lower his anger. Okay, stops it with Orange Refocus. He's going to go ahead and grab Captivity Drill. Ain't a bad choice at this point, especially if he's trying to ramp up with some anger. Oh, that's right. I was saying about the Goten card. I would think that cards that do that, that raise you to highest power stage, if we're going to just talk what balances them out pretty much in all scenarios across all decks, only give them to characters whose power stages never get above C. Those are people who need it. Everybody else, anybody who gets higher than that, don't. Okay, so we're back into combat. No, we're back into combat. I open up a Smug Punch. Then he used Possession Drill in response. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and throw a Blue Clash. Ooh, he stops it. Instant replay. Orange Energy Grab. Raise anger 1 level. Not a bad move. Looks like he might just get to level 2 on this action. Dare he? Dare he? Does he got the guts? Would he push back in Crying Drill to only pull it back out? Nope, he's going for an energy. Orange Rage, 2 anger. He raises anger, he transforms. He really should be resolving all of his effects. Okay, so no modifiers, well, in the stage. So I take that.
Oh wait, I'm sorry. Was this what we're doing? Oh, okay. I think maybe I misunderstood. I'm gonna take that back. 'Cause I forgot that was in it. Hold on. What did we say? Oh yeah.
I told you captivity drill was there.
I must have forgot.
Oh, that is shameful. I will put this out there. Yes, I do not agree with what I just did. Trying to be a Mr. Takesy Backsies.
Take it back. No. You know what? You're too damage.
I don't blame James at all here. He's a good sport in previous things, so I'm gonna just take my lumps like a man. No takesy backsies, and I'm just gonna take my lumps.
Captivity drill on level, and he's like, oh, I'm gonna take it back.
I did have the gall to the takesy backsies, as if we were children. But anyway, he's gonna go ahead and shoot to level 2. And he's got a lot of effects he needs to resolve at this point.
I don't know where this Kaioken's supposed to go.
We just found out I dropped a Kaioken out of my deck, and we could not figure out where the heck it came from. I'd have to rewatch this video to figure out how the heck it ended up there.
Oh yeah, you got 2 effects to resolve.
Yeah.
That's fine. Be that guy. Okay.
You know what? I'm the one who's been cheated over twice this
I will
game
cheat
already.
you anytime
Already about having to get 6 anger. You don't get to take back.
No.
Give you a take.
So here's the. He's got to go ahead and resolve 2 different effects. I'm trying to remember the order in which they go. I want to say Goten's power is level 2 when you reach this level. You get to pull out a drill. So that's what I would do. I would go Captivity Drill, and then I would go for the Mastery. No, the Mastery's not being activated at this point. So he only resolves Goten's power at this point. Not a bad move.
Oh yeah.
Nothing like a friendly game to bring out us cheaters.
I let you off way too often with that too. What? Next evening off is gonna be...
Sometimes we get a little distracted in these matches, folks. My apologies. We do sometimes, like I said, have conversations, sidebars, as the kids say. Okay, well, to sit here and diatribe for a while as we talk about this one, I think Goten's abilities are very strong. They're reminiscent of when I used to have misgivings about Roshi. I remember when Roshi was very first time they previewed him on the Panini blog ages upon ages ago. The first thing I said when I saw Roshi was, and he wins the first organized event following his release. I wasn't wrong, but it ended up being an odd one. Roshi, despite being all of his limitations and whatnot, found a way to basically deal with any of the super strong game-breaking MPs of the time, like Cell. Eventually, even managing to deal with Broly under most circumstances. Ran a true triple threat deck back in the day. When I look at Goten's suite, I think with the right tweaking, with the right pairing with right mastery, right cards, for instance, Orange Retribution, you could have one of the faster MPPV decks out there. Okay, alright. I'm going to go ahead and take damage from this one. Okay, alright, that's finally done.
Goten for AT plus 2.
I passed. Oh, no, I Goku powered. Sorry about that. Look right at it. Okay, now I'm going to stop his level 2 physical with the mastery. I raised my own anger for some reason, which I forgot to do previously. Oh yeah, he changed levels, so Smug Punch is gone, banished. Okay, blue arrest. And then I should remember to go ahead and search my discard pile for all of the allies to rejuvenate. I want to say there's at least one in there. Vegeta. Okay, and I do have to rejuvenate, so he does get to draw for the effect of Popo. Again, shoot myself in the foot. Big surprise. Okay, he stops it with Goten's block, which raises him to his highest power stage. He's already there. Ain't a bad idea. Okay, then he's going to go ahead and most likely throw an energy. I'm not really sure what he's throwing. Oh, precise shot.
3 life.
Wow, 3 life, 3 stages. And I take 1 less life, so I take 2 life cards.
3 life, so it'd be
Ow. I take the full hit. Okay, he gets to search my deck and destroy a card.
You're only at 2, so you don't pull up the top. That can get the hell out.
Oh, he destroys a not a bad idea. A blue head knock, which to me was blue's best card for some time. Okay, and then of course you remember Captivity Drill adds the anger, angering up on Precise Shot. He's going to go ahead and raise his anger. Okay, he's going to finish shuffling my deck. That's going to go back over to me. Apparently I'm holding some real mean stuff. Okay, I'm at 1 above 0. I get allowed to let my allies jump in. I'm going to go ahead and shoot him with a blue neck beam. Going to go ahead and poop all over James' parade.
How much? 5 life?
He hits. I hit him with 5 life cards.
2, 3, 4.
Ooh, I hit him with some fairly good shots there. He loses some pretty good cards out there on that one. No critical damage effect. But now the damage, the hit effect from good old neck beam means he's going to drop a level at the end of this combat regardless.
Kill the Popo.
Oh, fine. If you must. My ally could not withstand the examination.
Alright, so here we go. Hopefully I can squeeze off this attack. I'm trying to remember. There is a absolutely bizarre comeback here that is so shameful. Okay, so Popo gets banished. Gets destroyed on that one. Blue head knock him down to 0. 6 life card physical. So I get to knock him to 0 anger, and I get to go ahead and de-level him at the end of combat. No critical damage effect. James, it will be de-leveled. So he's going to go ahead and throw a orange stare down at me, blast a gaping hole.
Okay, what's his head down there? Oh, that's not that. So it's 3 stages, so and then it's all that. And then I'm not allowed to count these together when I go to the life cards, right? That's not all the same thing?
Well,
I want to say this is all life cards.
What happens is they get converted to life.
Oh, okay. So then I can use this towards the overall damage?
Yes.
Because the conversion already happened, I'm already at 0. Okay, that's important to remember.
Just 6.
These
6, I take 5.
Was with the -1?
That was with the
Oh, with the -1. Holy crap, okay. Well, hush my mouth, I was taking a blast there.
5, 6.
Alright, and I take the hit, weather it with relative ease.
Gain an anger, and I guess I'll gain another anger.
Okay, so he raises his anger from the effects.
And I guess I'll just go back.
And then he's going to go ahead and de-level himself.
Oh, yeah, I forgot to do level here. That would be cool.
So he goes back to 5 above 0. They're going to go ahead and get shuffled in.
Oh, raise or lower. I've never seen a raise. Okay.
I mean, good raise.
Now, what's that thing called? There's Blue Resourceful. I always forget the name because it's kind of a blasé name. Resourceful.
Love it.
If you level up from this card deck, you banish it.
Yeah, okay. See, that's an interesting idea to me, but I don't think it's
And you banish all their allies.
Wow.
Something like that.
Okay, that combat's finally over. Longest combat of our lives. We are now older men for having gone through it. And then it goes back over to me. I lost Popo. Popo be dead. Bulma comes into play, which is fine. I get to do the thing where I suck in a card and put it under there. You guys are going to find an interesting conundrum here. Usually you just target something important and put it under there. But here's a funny thing. In James' discard pile, if you were to take the time, I just pull time out and put it in there.
But why? It's such a waste.
I really should have pulled out a targeted drill if there was one in there. But, I was going to say about all that. I found out his discard pile had exactly 1 of each important card. In other words, pulling 1 of those, I'm sorry, not 1. It tended to have 2 or 3 of each of the cards. So it's like, great. So I pull in these under, it doesn't mean anything to you. Okay, Goku's instant transmission goes back to the bottom of my life deck, ends my turn. Oh yeah, I'm trying to remember what the heck instant transmission does. James is going to go ahead and power up Goten a wee bit. Yeah, he ends his turn. After that giant exchange, both of us are just too out of options and winded to be able to do anything. Oh boy, he's looking at it. Looking at that discard pile. A very wise idea. You know, having that Kaioken that dropped out of my deck somewhere probably did not help me during this one, because you can see right to where I just put the green dice up there. I said, I don't remember when or how that got out of there. I don't know if I dropped it out of my hand. I don't know if it was dropped in shuffling. It just wasn't in my deck. Illegal deck, 59 cards.
I will declare combat. It's not wise, but I'm doing it anyway.
Yeah, declare combat with 5 power stages, 5 on Bulma. I don't know, I hope I have a plan. So I Goku power. Alright, grab time. Holy crud.
What do you call that? Crit your anger one?
Okay, apparently I grabbed and pitched time with my Goku power, crit his anger down. No idea what the heck that was about.
Yes, I will go 10 for 4 stages.
Is that the one that's the hit anger, or is the hit?
No, the hit, I get to choose a drill on my discard pile and shuffle it back.
You got that. Oh, really?
Oh, I could have put checkup drill under Bulma, and I chose not to, apparently. So he has that hit, put a drill back in.
Okay, discard for the mastery.
Yeah, discard for the mastery with Blue Rescue. All of a sudden I can't think of the name of that card. And I get to draw a card.
Can vanish it again.
Blue slash, lower your anger one level.
Ooh, I blue slashed him, lowered his anger 1 level.
So
2 life cards initially, and then 5. Yeah, 2 life cards on the damage, and then destroy the top 5 of his life deck.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Ouch! That was a devastating hit. Blue Slash is a much underrated card.
Yes, sir. I jerk, and I will not stand.
He's going to go ahead and throw another precise shot at me. I don't think I have means to actually stop it, so I'm about to get blown away here.
What'd you say?
2 life. 2 life. Oh, that's after you minus 1.
Okay, end up taking 2 life, and now James gets to go ahead and search and destroy a card, playing his own version of search and destroy.
It does seem fair.
Oh man, here we go. You know, I'm old enough to remember playing PS1 Dragon Ball games that were only just barely localized. I don't mean barely localized like recent. Oh, he destroys my Blue Slash. A very wise move. I don't mean barely localized as in barely, recently done at the time. No, I mean the scantest measure. So hearing this music in the background makes me think of it. He's thinking of Dragon Ball GT Final Bout.
I'll have to pass.
Oh, cool.
Oh, great. He's going to go ahead and hurl another precise shot. Wow. So I take my 2 life cards damage first.
That was the card I took on one stage. What was it at the time?
I do take 1 power stage damage because of his level 1, Goten's level 1 ability. And he gets to go ahead and pull another card out of my deck.
Where's that Mexican? That's an endurance. How's that? Oh, yeah.
Oh, boy.
You're 3 endurance. You're 4 endurance.
Yeah, I was going to say retaliation is the card I was trying to
Oh, boy. Here we go.
Probably should go.
And there it is. Nothing too crazy. Just gets destroyed. Though I don't know if you guys remember one of the funniest darn things that could ever happen in this game when it comes to this precise shot business. If you were to target Wheelo's Resurrection with its power, wow. You accidentally destroy the top, I want to say 5 cards of your life deck. Ow, he lowers my puny anger, raises anger to 5. And I take 1 power stage and 1 life card.
That's unleashed.
Oh yeah, sorry guys, I probably should have mentioned this at the beginning of our fights. Goku Search is proxied for Unleashed, and I blue head knocked that mother to the face.
Life? Okay.
It's wonderfully, beautifully horrible.
5.
I have anti-angered him into oblivion. No crit because of his significant endurance on these particular ones. My goodness.
I'll say one thing, you sure have shot at me for a long time.
Oh, okay, so I get to go ahead and take a shot from the alternate ability on this card. I take my hit. I'm okay.
Ugh, thanks.
We end up passing. The combat finally ends, and it goes back over to James. So, if I remember correctly, guys, it may not look like it, but this is actually the last combat that's going to come up here. James is probably going to pass. He's going to rejuvenate, and we're going to go ahead and have ourselves a final combat. Final combat! And it goes back over to me. I go ahead and power up Goku a wee bit, power up Bulma a wee bit, and then I'm going to go ahead and declare combat.
It's not a good hand.
Or at least I'm going to hesitate, apparently.
I've got the mastery at least to get 2 rangers.
Oh, I'll declare combat.
Okay.
Yeah, so I do finally choose to declare combat, and I believe I have a lot of killing tools in my hands. Oh, I throw Sin Choke.
6 in my hand.
Yep, 6 no prevention. Ooh, that's a late game killer.
2, 3, 4, 5.
He takes the damage, instant crit. And look at that deck. I chopped him in half. He's going to go ahead and fire back with, ooh, a fierce attack.
I'll mastery to stop it.
Yeah, I do stop it, but my endurance is still turned off for the remainder of combat.
Yeah. I'm going to kill you with the biggest overkill I've had in a while.
Okay, here we go. Biggest overkill.
You can't really chance it, can you live, right?
I told him I can't chance it, can't let him live, because I'll let him go one turn, I might just eat it right here.
No, I don't want you to die like that. That's dignity.
Oh, it's going to be sword, huh? What? It's blue slash.
Yeah, it's blue slash, boom. He dies real terrible. He takes the 2 life cards from the initial hit, and then just explodes on that. I do win that one, but with a little bit of egg on my